Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Hey, good morning, fabulous first grade. I was just reading one of my favorite stories for this time of the year, Olive the Other Reindeer. Have you heard this story? You know, it's one of my favorites because it reminds me of when my girls were little. They used to get the words to songs mixed up all the time, and I just thought it was so adorable. And that's what happens to Olive. Do you know the song? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Well, she's listening to that song on the radio, and she hears all of the other reindeer. They don't say Olive the other reindeer, they say all of. But she thinks they say Olive. She thinks they're singing about her. And she thinks that she's supposed to report to the North Pole to be a reindeer for Santa. If you would like to read about the adventures of Olive the Other Reindeer, you will want to look for this book on Sora or at your county public library. All right, let's see who is in the top 2 spot on our Sora checkouts. All right, here we go. Drum roll. Robinson Elementary School. Way to go, Roadrunners. You know, I think you've been on our top 5 the whole time. Somewhere on the list, you have shown up every week. Great job, Roadrunners. Wow, you are doing terrific. You know, you're getting ready for winter vacation, right? We're going to be away from school for a while, and I bet you're wondering what fun activities and puzzles and games and coloring you could do. Well, I know, because I have free activity books to give to you. All you need to do is write to me here in our PBS classroom and send it to the address on the screen. Or you can send me an email. Tell me about all the fun things that you are doing with your family during this fabulous holiday season. I want to know what you're doing, and I'll send you in the mail an activity book so that you'll have something fun to do while you wait for Santa, or whatever other things you're going to be doing. I am so happy you're here with me this morning. I'm Mrs. Hammock, and we're here to practice all the skills you need to be the best readers and writers. So we're going to get ready to train our brains, and today I want you listening for the middle sound of a word. So I'm going to tell you a word, and I want you listening close for that middle sound. And then when you know what it is, I want you to shout it out. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Nose. Nose. What sound do you hear in the middle? Oh, long O. Good. N-O's. Good job. All right, how about this one? Leaf. Leaf. Did you get it? Oh, I heard somebody. Good. Leaf. Good job. All right, how about boat? Boat. Oh, I heard you yelling. Good. Boat. All right, last one. Ready? Cute. Cute. You. Good job. Cute. Cute. Good for you. I'm going to give you a round of applause and a pat on the back because that was fabulous. All right, let's get to our fluency so that we can practice our ending blends. Ready? MP says mp. SK says sk. ST says st. NK says nk. And ND says nd. And then let's take a look. A consonant E says A. Good for you. And I consonant E says I. Great job. All right, all this week we have been learning about the other 3 long vowels using that magic E spelling pattern. We have O, consonant E says O as in boat. We have U, consonant E says U as in cube. And we have E, consonant E says E as in tree. Good job. All right, I have a word for us to blend together. We're going to sound it out and see what it is. You ready? Okay. Remember, we have an E, consonant E, so that means this one's going to say E. Here we go. The ease, these, these. Did you get it? Good for you. All right. What happens, though, when I change the vowel sound? Now I have O, consonant E. What is that going to say? Right. It's going to say the O sound. Let's read it. The O's, those. Great job. Hey, if you know how to spell those, then you also know how to spell hose, hose, hose. All right, I have a trickier one for you. Are you ready? I'll leave that for right now. What if I wanted to spell choke? Choke. What do you hear at the beginning? Yep, that's our digraph. C-H. O-K. What do I need there? Yep, it's going to be a K. Choke. Good job. If I have choke and I want to change it to broke, how would I do that? Right, the oak part stays the same because they are rhyming words. How would I make it say broke? What do I need? Yep, I need a B and an R. Broke. Broke. Great job. Now, today I have a story for us to practice because you're getting really good at those long vowels using that vowel consonant spelling or silent E spelling pattern. So this story is about one of these. Do you know what this is? Great, it's a globe. Do you know how to spell globe? Let's see if we can spell it. Ready? O-B. With the silent E. We have to have the E there for the O to say O. All right, let's read together. Today, boys and girls use a globe in school. Long ago, they used a globe to find lakes and lands. A globe is like a map. You can find many things on a globe. All right, did you see some of those long vowels with the spelling pattern we're working on? Yes, I did too. Look right here. There's the word we spelled, globe. Oh, good eye. I heard somebody say it. Hey, right in the first row is the word use. Use. Good for you. Can you see another one? Oh, well, you're right. Like does have that spelling pattern. I, consonant E. Good job. Good looking. And so does lakes, doesn't it? A, consonant, magic E. Wow. See what great word detectives you are? I'm very proud of you. All right, I know we didn't circle all of them, but it's time for us to move on to our high frequency words for today. So let's take a look. All right, today we have how and girl. Will you read them and say them with me? Good. How. H-O-W, how. And girl. G-I-R-L, girl. Good job. All right, now we have two sentences, and your job is to figure out which word belongs in which sentence. A new is in the class. A new is in the class. Will you get home? I wonder, do you know what they are? I'm gonna scoot them over a little. Right, how is a question word. So we need to have it as the beginning because we have a question mark. How will you get home? And it needs to have a capital, doesn't it? Let me make that into a capital. Look how easy that is. I'm just going to change it into a capital. And then I have a new girl. Uh-oh, my word's too big. It's going to cover it up. A new girl is in the class. Good job. Very nicely done. All right, the last thing we're going to work on today is our structural analysis. Do you remember? We have been working on finding the CVC silent E syllable. Remember, a syllable is a word part that has a vowel sound in it. And some words have more than one syllable. We learned about the closed syllable. That's when we have a vowel closed in by a consonant, and that makes a short vowel sound. But today, we're working on long vowels, and so we're going to look for this part, the consonant, vowel, consonant, silent E. So let's take a look at the word on the bottom of our chart here. And do you remember what the step one is when we're doing this? Right, we have to find the vowels. So here's a vowel. Here's a vowel. Now, this one is a vowel too, but why am I not going to mark it with a V for vowel? Right, because we know it's at the end of a word, it's going to be a silent E, so I'm just going to make it an E. That way it reminds me, oh, it doesn't make any sound. All right, now we're going to identify the consonants. Consonant, 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 consonant. Woo! There's a lot of consonants in that one, isn't there? All right, so I still am not sure how to split it. So what should I do? Right, usually when we have two consonants together, we split it, but I have three consonants together. But look right here, do you see that this is a blend? PL is a blend. So those two are gonna stay together. I don't wanna split it between the blend because they belong together. But this one can go right here. So we're gonna draw a line, and now I can read it. Here is a closed syllable. Here's the vowel, it's closed in. That means the O is gonna say ah. Come, and then I have eat, pleat. Look at that. C, V, C, magic E, pleat, complete. Look at that humongous word you were able to read. Great job. So let's take a look at our words on our chart here. We have this great big word. Do you remember what it says? Let's look at our pattern here. We have a closed syllable for the first syllable, inside. That has two syllables, inside. This is the syllable that has the silent E. Let's try this one. Do you remember this one? Oh, look, the first syllable is a closed syllable. Trom, bone, trombone. That's one of those horns that you play. Great reading. And then we just did the word complete. Wow, I'm going to have harder words for you tomorrow. I hope that you'll come back and see me. Goodbye now, the clock says we're done. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.